David, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for hosting, right?
Yes, thank you for having us. We're excited about CodeLaunch. You know, it's a fantastic program, and having it here in Atlanta and supporting this community is so much of what we're about.
It's fantastic. So talk about, so much of what you're about. Talk to me about your mission and your purpose and how that drives your day-to-day actions.
Absolutely. So when we talk about purpose at Improving, it really breaks into two parts. We talk about our ambition, which is to change the perception of the IT profession. We believe we do that by our promise, which is building environments of trust. So we focus on trust behaviors every single day. Not that we get it right every day, but that's really what our efforts are around. And so we practice that across the organization regularly with what we call trust pods, where we're getting together and talking about how to build trust. The behaviors, the 13 behaviors specifically that come from Stephen Covey's book, The Speed of Trust, as opportunities for us to build trust with all the people that are around us, what's known as our stakeholder model.
That's fantastic. So stakeholder model. We think about employees, we think about customers, but you brought up before something about the hidden stakeholders. Who do you think about when you think about those hidden stakeholders, and how do you meet their needs?
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting space. You know, a lot of companies do have those obvious stakeholders on their stakeholder model, but when you spend time and you think about it like we have, it evolves. A great example is, you mentioned employees. So these are the people that show up from, call it 9 to 5, but the people that they're around from 5 to 9 shape who they are. They're impactful to them and therefore important to us. So we think about the families, we think about friends, and how we can be investing in them and providing benefit to them as part of our stakeholder model.
Okay, so that requires some really purposeful and conscious leadership, some sacrifices at the leadership level. How do you do that, and how do you ensure that you've got that strength day in and day out?
Yeah, it's something that you have to be very deliberative about. It doesn't come easy or naturally necessarily, but it's really important. When we talk about conscious leadership, it's not just about those of us that are in the business now, but also that next generation. How is it that we're investing in them? How is it that we're helping them to grow and to understand conscious capitalism as a model for business? You know, business is the greatest force for good, and how we help them shape their perspective on that and what they're going to lead into really is critical to business in that next generation.
All right, so we've got a lot of people here tonight, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of successful individuals. What is some advice that you would give them to establish that long-term definition of success?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, it's one of those challenges. When you're a startup, your purpose initially is to survive, right? You just got to make it. And we're excited for the groups that are here and our ability to help them just make it. Once you get beyond that, then you start thinking about what defines good. Like, what is the greater good that I'm going to provide, that we are going to invest and share to the world? Not just making profits. It's important to be profitable because that's the survive part. But what does good look like for you? Where can you make an impact? And then going back and looking at that stakeholder model again and saying, where are we going to make some investments? Where might we be able to grow our impact? And letting that guide you.
That's fantastic. David, again, thank you so much for everything tonight. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy a great evening.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.